The people they chose overall for this Golden Bachelorette season are great.
Yeah, it's not my fault. They're all great.
Okay?
Very watchable and
they're
enjoyable
all
to be around.
supportive and wonderful, and they're all just like making each other food and
like
doing each other's
men,
laundry,
you know,
and like being nice to everyone but Kim.
Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to Membriash.
I'm Ashley.
I'm Mitch.
And we are watching the Golden Bachelorette episode 3 only season.
Only season instead of like season 1?
Yeah.
Okay. We're a little late. We're getting caught up. I think we're planning on pairing episode 3 and 4, right?
Yep. So we're going to release them at once. You can blame Love is Blind. We just got real deep in that.
And I think we'll be pretty timely for the rest of the season.
Yes. For sure.
All right. So, Joan. Chock. These are names I know from the season.
I'm going to be honest. I don't remember any of the contestants. I don't remember who
Charles?
I don't remember anybody. It's been too long. This is the problem when things are episodic now. My attention span is now in a place where I binge, even though I don't like it.
We binge at midnight.
Right. Even though I don't like binging, I've adjusted now, so it's really hard to go back to the once
episodic
a week scenario.
Yeah, I don't know who these people are. Ashley actually purchased 2 board games recently. One's about squirrels, which these cups are squirrel cups. I don't know if you noticed the little squirrel handle. And the other one's about poop. So we're going to be playing some board games at some point about that.
People don't like it when we talk about poop.
All right, so let's just hop into the episode. What are we doing here?
People keep asking me, are you 100% ready? But I'm not really. And I don't know if I ever, really will be, because John was a huge part of my life.
Oh my gosh, I forgot
real
how
shit.
emotional this show is.
Lock in,
Joan,
everybody.
Joan.
How many times will Ashley cry today?
Oh.
Is that 1 yet?
Oh,
no, that's 0. We're at goose egg currently.
Nope, not yet.
You're gonna have to cook for me, okay?
There are some guys that are just like gazers and grazers.
He seems pretty fancy. He's probably used to just buying fancy meals all the time. Maybe he knows how to cook, but he doesn't do a lot of it seems like.
I don't like to cook. I don't like to clean. I don't like to do laundry.
He pays people to do all those things, is what I'm hearing.
I'm a little bit of high maintenance. Cooking, no, it's not for me. It's not, no.
Making my own food is not for me.
Okay, that's wild. Eggs? You
take
can't make
care
eggs?
of yourself. If you can't even take care of yourself, if you're totally dependent on your wealth, that's kind of f***ed, dude, in my opinion.
That's stressful.
At least know
honestly.
how to cook a meal.
Pascal. Whoa. Let's see if we're lucky in love. Joan.
Really?
A one-on-one with Pascal?
I know you want to feel fancy for a day, Joan, but I just don't feel like Pascal's the pick. He's there for entertainment. I don't feel like he's the pick either. He doesn't cook. He doesn't clean. He doesn't do his own laundry, Joan. Yeah. You want to do this man's laundry? Again, he probably has a maid or a service.
But if he's married, does he expect that his wife would do it?
I don't know.
Because there are a lot of people like that, where they'll pay for it for themselves while they're single, but then they expect that their wife is going to do that stuff for that.
Oh my God. This is up my alley, you understand that?
Pascal does seem like a private jet, Ferrari driving kind of guy, right?
He does.
So he's a good pick for the date so far.
This is a good date for him. Because where some other people would probably be uncomfortable, Pascal is absolutely yes.
Yeah. This is the life I deserve.
Yeah.
Thank you, John. Thank you.
Yeah, that's great.
Is that
because
nice?
it gave her the option to pull away or lean in,
Yeah.
But it was his indication that he's I would kiss you right now.
Yeah,
Are you down? I liked that.
You look like you're about to be a dancer.
And tonight.
Oh, Pascal's fit as hell,
is.
dude. Holy shit. Pascal seems like the kind of guy that would be easy to have fun with and hard to live with.
Yes, I agree.
He's really interested in me. It's a good feeling.
This is the one. You look absolutely beautiful.
He's also used to gassing women up, because that's literally, that hair is so magnificent. You look beautiful. It's perfect.
Absolutely.
And then he sends them on their way. He's experienced at making women feel beautiful.
That is a good quality, though, in a partner, I would think.
As long as it's
if
coming home all the time.
genuine, I think that's a nice thing. To know how to make somebody else feel good is that's great.
We get to finally get these guys something to help them sleep.
The guys don't sleep well. We have snoring.
They're doing a special on these guys going to the store just to get supplies to survive the house. I love that.
I love that they let them do this. And they set it up as like a field trip and filmed it.
I find her very attractive. She's kind, she's sweet, she's engaging, she's classy.
I get the feeling, this is probably just me being a jackass, but I get the feeling that Pascal dates younger women. Do you get that feeling? I get the feeling that like his girlfriends in real life are younger than that.
They're like 50.
Yeah.
I really credit to guy, you know, thanks to his knowledge to help me.
She had an aneurysm, you know, that she didn't know she had.
There's nothing you can do.
No. There's nothing anybody could have done.
That's truth.
Yeah.
It's like sometimes there's just, that's life.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Charles.
Show is so brutal.
It's okay.
Oh, it's just so sad.
Yeah.
Charles is still like f***ing going through it, man.
I know. Yeah.
Like 6 years later, still going through it.
When you lose like your life partner, like.
Yeah, I've often like thought about that because some people seem so okay after a short period of time, and I just know that I won't be okay.
Oh. Well, I'm dying first, huh? You said won't. You said won't, not wouldn't.
I'm sorry.
Everybody's just gonna kill me.
I'm sorry.
I won't be okay either.
I meant wouldn't be okay.
I know. It's okay. It's okay. You're preemptively not okay.
I'm preemptively not okay.
I wouldn't
be
okay either. I get like, I think about it. I have such a vivid imagination sometimes. Like, if I think about that shit, I can get depressed quickly.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I don't need to because I'm happy being with you every day.
Right.
I had a very tough childhood where money was always an issue.
That's interesting. It's like a different side of him because I see him as so posh and like fancy.
Wealthy. Like, you know,
yeah.
I go to Paris all the time, but it's what he's built.
There's this whole concept of having a soft landing. I always had that feeling, and I don't feel like I have it now. That is something I really do miss. I don't feel safe like I used to.
I feel safe.
Me too.
I wouldn't feel safe if you weren't here anymore.
Me too. Oh my God, shut up. You're making me stressed. I'm gonna cry again.
It's okay.
I love you too. I love you too.
Jonathan, man. I'm going to be in a position where she really, really sees me. And if I'm going to be what she's looking for.
I mean, that's the danger, but the hope, right? Like, you don't want to be rejected, but you want to be what she's looking for. So there's only one way to find out.
Yeah, absolutely.
But he's looking at it as a make or break, which...
It is in a sense.
Yeah.
These one-on-ones, like, you could go home. You have to pack all your shit before you go on one of these.
I'm emotional because I wanted to go on a group date.
You, like, wanted, like, it's a pressure.
The camaraderie, the safety, the, like, you're all friends. Wow.
And the guys are really supportive of each other in a way
wasn't expecting
I didn't expect at all.
Yeah, seeing him get emotional there?
Yeah.
You never see somebody upset they're not going on the group date.
And
that's the first time I've seen it.
It's like he feels so safe with the guys. And then just being with Joan could mean that she sees him and doesn't like what she sees.
Yeah. Versus there, he's like, I got my boys. They're watching my back. They like me.
He's the one, though, that had the situation with the prom date.
Where he got hard rejected.
Yeah. He has some sensitivity to rejection.
Yes.
I think Joan really likes him, though.
I think Joan likes him a lot.
Pascal, will you accept this rose?
Yes.
I'm kind of surprised Pascal's getting further. He seems like a late season cut.
He's not winning this thing.
I think it'd be crazy. I just don't see him and Joan making it the whole way. But I do like Pascal. He shows up really well.
I like him too.
He's a little annoying with the I won't cook or do my own laundry or anything. But if he has the means to take care of that, like, who cares?
I like him more now, realizing that like he didn't come from money. Yeah. I think I assumed he did because he wears his financial position well.
He does.
So I assumed that like that comfort was because he'd always had it. And that was wrong of me to assume.
I think it's time to have some fun. I have 2 sports legends here to help me.
All right, what sport legends are we going to get here? Do I recognize either of them?
Why would you though?
We'll see the names.
Sports, man. We don't do sports.
Andre Reed and Eric Dickerson.
I've never even heard.
I may have heard Andre Reed. I don't know.
Never heard either of those names before. Sports.
You're going to play a game that you haven't played probably since you were a kid. Kickball.
Oh, kickball.
Okay.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, but you can throw it. I threw out both my knees kicking a ball once when I didn't stretch. It was my 30th birthday, actually. And I blew out both my thighs. They're stretching ahead of time, though.
This is the first annual Golden Bachelorette Quaker Oats Kickball.
I love this being a Quaker. Everything's Quaker Oats.
I want Jesse in a Quaker Oats bucket hat, and until I get it, I'm not satisfied.
Yeah, we're not buying it.
Decked him out.
Yeah,
okay?
Quaker.
What are you doing, Quaker?
Doesn't the Quaker Oats man have a funny little hat too, or no?
Put that on Jesse.
Yeah, like a Revolutionary War era hat.
Guy will be up to the plate first for the red team.
Well, they have oatmeal. It's literally at their table, him and Joan.
So many people got hurt today. Quad muscles, hamstrings, shoulders, fingers.
Nobody's gonna be walking after this.
I was gonna say that. No one's gonna be able to walk.
Blue team better figure it out, or else they're going back to the mansion empty-handed.
They do. They have oatmeal just sitting there with a couple berries on top.
I know. No one's eating it. It's just
I know.
Sitting there
It's
getting
cold
nasty.
oatmeal.
Thanks for not making me go all the way. I love you.
I love that they're hugging at the faces. A bunch of them are hugging each other.
They're like, yeah.
It's so cute.
Blue team.
The blue team takes it.
Did you see that Jesse had oatmeal stuck to his lip?
That's the real
the danger
story here.
of eating oatmeal in a public event.
There's a thought hanging around my head. Why my wife had blood in her mouth? He said, Charles, your wife bite her tongue.
I don't feel like Charles is ready.
He's not. He doesn't seem ready.
I don't know if Charles will ever be ready, honestly. Oh God. Here we go again.
It's okay. Well, Joan's losing it.
It's hard.
Well, Jones knows what it's like to lose somebody and carry grief for the rest of your life.
After a few years of, hardship, suffering.
Yeah, I get it. I understand. Yeah.
Yeah,
sometimes just having a logical explanation for why something happened relieves some of the pain of I could have done something.
Yeah.
There's nothing you could have done.
Right. They do actually have a pretty good connection. I just wonder if it's more of a friend connection than anything, but they do because they both cared so deeply for their partners that passed.
Yeah.
It's and they spent their entire lives with the people
they're both struggling to let go still.
Yeah, totally. Knowing that you kind of have to, and there's not a whole lot of option, and they both want to be happy and want to be ready to move forward, but man, that would be hard.
It would.
I get a call from home saying that my mom has been sick for a number of days.
Oh man, Joan can't catch a freaking break, dude. Oh, I feel bad for her. That's terrible. So she's stressed. She's the one who is responsible for her mom. And then to try and she has to go into this and open up herself emotionally. But if you can't because you're suppressing that because of other stuff that's happening, man, that's so hard.
Tough. Entertaining 15 guys, and
you have to make them all feel like they're special and important when realistically none of this is special or important, and she wants to be able to deal with what's going on at home.
Everything okay?
Yeah, I just have my mom is 92.
I like that he's asking her. I'm glad he asked her because it's he's actually noticing that something is bothering her.
Yes.
I feel like some of these men talk to her and it's not on them or anything. It's a stressful environment.
Yeah, it's a tough sitch.
They steamroll right past when she's clearly just
sorry, excuse
stressed.
me. I'll explain. They talk over her.
And he doesn't do that to her.
Yeah.
So you live in Iowa. I would think that maybe you would ride horses or something.
Yeah, you would think so.
Yeah.
Or harvest corn.
I feel I view horses as a lot more West Coast or mountain thing.
Yeah.
Because you have large open prairies. The Midwest is just fields, so there's not really a ton of horse territory.
There's no state that I would assume someone rides horses from. Yeah. Maybe Montana. That's probably the closest.
Yeah, absolutely.
Every other state, I would not assume that anyone has ridden a horse.
Yeah, I agree. She picked Jonathan on the date, but she's barely talking to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not like her for sure. You can tell she's off. Yeah. But the problem is he's off too, so I don't even think he's going to notice. And not because he's not somebody who would, but just because he's also off. So
and he's nervous and he's trying to impress her, so then it's well,
and he might feel it's my fault.
Yeah,
it's something,
totally.
It's with me. I'm the weird one.
We are the Mansion Men, the Golden Season Mansion Men. We're here to win the heart of Joan.
This is good.
Did he make this up or did they all do it?
We don't want to do that. This is your song to Joan. It's your song.
It's our song.
It's our song.
Because he's used to running people and telling them what to do. And I think that's what we're saying right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wrote it. Okay, fine. Beethoven wrote the Fifth Symphony all by himself, but a whole symphony performed it.
But those are not, the other men are not your performers. I don't know.
I want to play this.
I think it's pretty cool.
I think it's cool. But I also get the other people saying hey, not my thing.
If he let it, I'd do it. And I'm not a singer or a participator normally, but I thought that was really good. Honestly, if they ever do like a Broadway adaptation or like an off-Broadway adaptation of The Bachelor, they should use that song. That should be the base of like one of their songs. You know what I mean? Like all the men break out into the song.
And said I want a divorce.
Out of the blue.
Out of the blue, and said, I'm not happy.
That's right. His relationship history is that his ex-wife just one day was like, I don't love you anymore. Which is devastating. Yeah. And you can tell then he has some confidence.
Oh, yeah. He's been rejected multiple times in his life, actually.
Yeah.
His wife that he was with for years, and then his, prom thing.
I've always had this feeling that I wasn't enough.
He seems great. So I'm like, you never know. Like, when, there's that, like, one day, just one day, huh? Like, but that does happen sometimes.
And sometimes it's not the partner's fault.
Yeah. And it could be neither of them.
It's nothing that he did.
Right?
Yeah.
It's just, some people fall out of love.
Yeah, they do. They just realize they've been with someone for a really long time and they're like not on the same path anymore, right? They're not happy. I mean, that is devastating. That's got to be absolutely devastating.
I believe this is a golden opportunity to take a real quick ad break. Have I already used that one?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, God.
The more we connect, the more I want to learn about you. Jonathan, will you accept this rose?
Sure.
I like him a lot, actually.
I like him every time he shows up on the screen.
Me too. There's something about him, too, where he just, like, brings, I don't know, like, happiness. Like,
yeah, he seems like a really, like, he's enjoyable to watch.
Yeah.
He seems like he has a nice, calm, cool, collected vibe.
Yeah.
But he's also real. He talks about his hurt and his feelings a lot.
I'm realizing that these are big, big, big feelings, and I'm pushing them down. And they're now really bubbling up.
That's so hard because you don't want to lose it, but it's not healthy to shove everything down. It's so complicated.
Yeah. Well, and he even asked, he's like, are you okay?
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah.
I told you, she's being really quiet on that.
She is.
On that date.
He can even tell, even with all his nerves.
I know.
He can tell.
I know. He just got a rose.
Yeah.
And it's still quiet and weird because, that sucks. And I'm glad he's not internalizing it. And she's validating him a lot, but she's so in her head right now.
She is.
It sucks.
Hi, everybody. Good to see you guys.
Man, it's so hard knowing, like, all the stuff she's navigating.
Yes.
And then the fact that she's having to deal with all of this. I mean, she's really doing it well, but man, is that hard.
First, I want to thank you for being way better than I ever thought you were going to be.
Honestly, same.
Yeah.
There are a few bad eggs there, but, like,
for the most
guys
part,
are great.
The pool
I had a
is
lot
good.
of fears. They did a decent job right now. And I compare it to the other recent Bachelor Universe series, and a lot of them have had issues.
I want to, like, take care of you. But in doing that, I realize that I'm not being really open with you.
It sucks when being open is being, like, emotionally just, like, loaded, because then you feel like you're not fun, you're putting everything down, the energy's bad. These are things we're told by, like, friends or family or society, but it's also just, like, like, generally speaking, you want to be a font of joy for people in your life.
Right.
But then you're lying all the time. You gotta be able to be real. You gotta be able to show that shit.
That doesn't mean that I don't want love in my life. I might always be a part of John. And
There always will be.
yeah.
Oh, man, I feel like Charles feels that.
Charles
I feel
does.
like probably Kelsey's dad, who I don't remember his name, also feels that. Mark, yeah. Pretty heavy, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Anybody that's, like, lost, like, the love of their life.
You deserve to know what you're getting in me, too. So that's what you're getting.
Oh, man.
There's a piece of her that will be forever not available to anyone else other than John. I understand it. I lost my wife.
I seriously just feel like her and Mark, like, she shouldn't have even done the show, and her and Mark just should have got together.
Elope!
I swear. I don't see, there are a lot of good guys here. I don't see a single guy that's a better fit than Mark, because, like, he's been through the same thing.
Yeah.
So, like, not only do they have a good connection, not only do they seem very similar in the way they approach things, but he has that connection point that, like, he lost the love of his life.
I've heard a lot of examples of that, like people that get together later and they've both lost their partners, and you'll often hear in those examples that they'll honor that other person still throughout their relationship, because it's important, because of exactly what you're saying, what she's saying. That person never leaves.
Right.
They're always there.
Yeah.
And the worst thing you could do is ignore it or push it down or not talk about it.
And to have somebody that understands that, because some of the men there, they're wonderful, but they don't, right? Like, Jonathan doesn't.
Yeah,
like,
he's great. He understands losing people, but not like that.
Not like that.
I am so excited to see you.
God. How are you?
Oh my God.
Well, there's that Gary voice we all know.
He has to say, here I am with all my warts. You can't be perfect. Be yourself.
Gary knows that all too well. You can't be perfect, Gary. We know Gary.
Gary and I are really good friends, and it just felt great to see him on a night when I really needed to see a friend.
That's
he did a good job. He did a
great job. And that was very sweet.
It was. It was supportive.
And the fact that, like, that was a positive thing for her on a night that was, like, just hard. You know, she's having a hard time. Seeing a familiar face is, like,
for sure.
Nice.
Because they do know each other. They got along really well.
And no pressure. Like, all of these guys are pressure, even if they're the nicest, you know, like, most low-key guy ever, because they're all potential matches. Oh, look at Guy doing it with Kim.
Guy's doing it with Kim.
Oh, my God.
To win the heart of Joan.
Can I be honest? As this goes on, I like Guy more and more. Guy is a nice person.
He's caring.
He's caring,
he's sensitive.
dude.
The way he showed up for Charles, the way he showed up for Kim, he's looking out for people.
He showed up for Kim. Nobody else wanted to do that.
Mark's pretending to be a shark eating Joan.
That's probably what she needs tonight, to
honestly.
Be
Is meant to have her fall in love with me.
It's a goofy little thing.
It's a good song. I think he did a great job.
I'm surprised more people didn't want to be involved. I get, like, not everybody wants to be involved, but...
I don't deserve them.
Oh, shut up, Joan. Don't. She's fishing at this point. I don't deserve them. Yes, you do, Joan.
She's feeling very held back by her trauma, right?
Okay,
she's feeling held back by, like, sad stuff going on with her, and feeling like she doesn't want to put that on someone.
I have the feeling she suspects that she's bringing the vibe down.
Yes.
I actually think that her vulnerability and sensitivity is drawing people in.
I think so too.
Because people are like, wow, she's so real. She's so loving.
Yeah.
Imagine if she loved me the way she loved her former partner, even a fraction of that. I would feel so lucky.
Yes.
And of course you'd feel that way because she clearly loved the guy.
Yeah. Even the stuff with her mom, like, you can tell how much she cares, how supportive she is.
Family is important to her.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's like the main thing for her. And I really, like, I respect Joan a lot. I think Joan's great. What a great choice for Golden Bachelorette. They could have picked somebody else who is a little bit more outspoken, and Joan just seems like a really genuinely kind person.
Sensitive, caring.
And then the men they brought on are all really great.
How the fuck did this happen?
I don't know, because, okay, so Pascal was one of my lowest ones. Now I really like him. I still don't think they're the best
think they're the best fit, but he's likable.
I really like him. Guy was another one that I was like, he seems really full of himself. Actually,
he's really kind.
Going above and beyond for every guy in that house.
I know.
He's sitting there talking to Charles while Charles is like having a breakdown about his late wife, and he was sensitive and he was kind and gave him closure that he needed. Like, dang, he stands up there and sings with Kim. Nobody wanted to do it. And Kim needed more. He needed more than one person. He needed more than himself.
He needed
it was the Mansion Men.
The harmony.
You know? Yeah.
Mansion Men, not Mansion Man.
Right. Well, a Mansion Man sounds like a Always Sunny in Philadelphia skit.
The Mansion Man. I'm picturing Charlie, like, opening the door to a mansion and be like, you gotta get in here!
To get to the end of this journey, that I have to let people go.
I think I'm gonna be sad for the people that get cut today because
Me too.
I've grown to like pretty much everybody here. Who do you think's on the block right now?
I want a Golden Love is Blind. It could be even by the Bachelor people. I would be fine with it.
Crossover.
I want to see a bunch of people in this age bracket dating, because literally the thought in my mind when you were like, there's a lot of good men here, and I was like, God damn it, I want to see them find love too. I want to see it happen. I want to see more couples than just this one couple get made.
I hear you.
So many of these guys are so great.
Missed opportunity.
And we're not going to see them find a match. And realistically, they could, you know?
Oh, the waterworks on a Golden Love is Blind.
Oh my gosh.
You'd be crying the whole way through.
I would cry
until
so
honeymoons.
hard.
You'd just be sobbing the whole way.
I would be sobbing.
Yeah,
it would be amazing. A Golden Love is Blind.
Netflix. They're not even watching. Netflix, get on here and watch this shit.
Honestly, Bachelor, steal it from them.
Steal it from them.
I don't know how you do that, but you put on a show that's basically Love is Blind, but a little different.
Call it Love is Golden. No?
Golden Love. Old Love.
Cocoon. Because instead of pods, you know?
Cocoon.
I never watched it.
A golf cocoons. That's a good idea. Cocoons. And now you'll meet in the cocoons.
The cocoon of love. No, Jerry, that's us wailing, okay?
Sorry, Jerry.
You pissed Jerry off.
Sorry, Jerry.
Charles L.
Charles L.
I think there's a possibility there could be a slow burn there potentially.
Yeah, they need to make it physical though. Otherwise, like, his time's short. I don't think it's going to work.
For Charles, I don't think Charles has really been open to it, to be honest.
I hear you. I like that he's there regardless though, and I think back to you're going to keep the people around that are making your days positive, and she connects so well with Charles. You mentioned that.
She does.
Like, they are at least good friends.
Yes.
Like, very good friends.
Yes.
Is that the last rose?
Yeah.
Oh, they're cutting Greg. Oh,
Greg,
damn.
Charles.
Yeah, CK and Greg and Kim. Yeah, they're keeping Mark. There's no... Okay. It's kind of a shame that they left this as the last rose, because we already know Mark's going to make it further with previews alone. That's a little sloppy on production's end, but I guess we'll have to forgive it.
Mark.
The people they chose overall for this Golden Bachelorette season are great.
Yeah, it's not my fault. They're all great.
Okay?
Very watchable and
they're
enjoyable
all
to be around.
supportive and wonderful, and they're all just like making each other food and
like
doing each other's
men,
laundry,
you know,
and like being nice to everyone but Kim.
I would like to be your friend.
We are.
That's nice.
That is nice.
He's like, I really enjoyed our connection, and like, I'd like to, still know you.
I'm very happy that Joan is a step closer to finding her dream at the end of the rainbow.
Kim's really great, honestly.
Yes.
He's very rigid. He's very specific.
Yeah, he's ex-military for like career,
He's also pretty creative. That song
is
creative as hell, dude.
Oh, Guys coming to check on him.
Guy is great. Can we just have a moment for Guy?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
That guy.
From us to you, good night.
What a great guy, dude. Guy, you're a great guy.
He's a great guy. Oh, Chock's chalking himself out of here.
Chock's departure.
He's chalking it up to a failure. He's locked Chock in 2 smoking barrels.
See how there's little numbers on here? 1, 2, 3.
Put this like that.
He's showing him how to do the laundry.
Which is
insane.
Wild.
He's 69, dude. Nice. You have to say nice whenever a 69 comes out. It's like internet. It's kind of like saying big stretch when a dog stretches. You have to say it.
Jordan and myself are not on that card. And I think that means we're getting a one-on-one this week.
Do you think it's because Joan knows that she likes Mark already?
I think, Mark is being treated like a special treat.
Yeah.
And so they're saving him for later, build that tension. Oh, is he going to go home? He's staying.
Yeah.
He's going to at least get a one-on-one.
He's got to, right?
Mm-hmm.
We could be bear wrestling. Who knows?
Unlikely.
Probably not,
Unlikely.
Mark. Probably not.
Yeah. It's a bunch of, burly gay dudes, and they have to wrestle them.
Bear wrestling?
Yeah. I mean, that's the only context that actually makes sense. Like, chest hair, just, back hair.
Or it's, people in bear costumes.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Midsommar.
They were so kind and so understanding. I felt so much better. I felt like this weight was lifted off of me.
Mandatory striptease always feels uncomfortable.
I really don't know why they continue to add this into the show. It's a necessary
It's the Bachelorette
component.
seasons. They always make the men striptease. The Bachelor seasons, they obviously don't. I actually think it'd be pretty nuts. I don't know why there's a double standard here.
I don't either.
I don't know why more people
confusing.
aren't, frustrated by that.
Yeah, because if you asked a bunch of women to get in lingerie and writhe around for The Bachelor,
they'd be like, "Wow, scummy episode." People out there would be like, "Wow, this is kind of weird."
Yeah.
What is this, 1973 or something?
I think they may have done it before. Okay, I'd have to look it up.
I feel I'd be offended.
You're offended.
I would be offended.
Wow.
I haven't seen it, but I'd be offended. I'm totally cool with people doing it, but the mandatory element is just weird. Apparently the Chippendales dancers in Las Vegas are unionizing.
Oh, good for them.
Yeah.
That's
Way to
exciting.
go, Chippendales. Congratulations on your union, or hopefully, being formed.
We're teaming up with Stand Up to Cancer to help raise awareness and encourage folks to bear it all. To your doctor, that is.
Check your balls and your boobs, everybody.
What?
Check your balls and your boobs. Make sure you ain't got the cancer. Yeah.
Oh, yes. Touch them often.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, yeah. That's right. That's right, actually.
And the instant change in every one of our attitude was, oh, well, let's get this going.
I think that is a good carrot,
Yeah, you're gonna look crazy, but it's gonna be for a good cause.
Yeah.
I feel still have few abs to show, so...
Okay,
Yeah,
he's
Pascal
one of the fittest people there.
is crazy fit. because I think he's the fittest one of them all.
Yeah.
And it would be like intimidating. Although Jonathan too is really fit.
Yeah.
Some of these guys are really ripped.
Can I get a drink? I'd like to have about 3 Chardonnays. It would really help.
Chardonnays. 3 Chardonnays, please, before the strip tease.
Oh, Jesus. Wine drinkers. I just don't. I can't. It's like an alien world, honestly. That's the cultural divide for me. Like, there's so many things I can get along with people. If you're like, let's go to a winery, I don't know you.
I can't.
And no offense, I'm cool with people doing it, but we won't be friends.
You do it, but I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
We've been to one time.
Did we?
Yeah.
A winery?
It was
for a wedding.
Wait,
where?
For a wedding?
Where?
When were we at a winery for a wedding?
Were we at a?
Have we lived just 2 separate lives?
No, that. Early
Lady Gaga.
Is that Jonathan?
He looks good.
Jonathan is fit as hell.
He is.
I think he's done this before. Joan's like, yeah.
I can't. It's so horrifying. I can't.
I saw a picture that said find a man that can do both, and it was him holding those shorts, and then it was him wearing his suit.
Yeah.
Because it's like he can dress up, look real fancy. He can also be really goofy and stupid and like wear like golden like Speedo. Well, he said he's never done it before, Jonathan.
No.
Kelsey's dad is just like a dilf. He's a dad. I'd like to fool around with.
She wants to Kelsey's dad.
I mean, who doesn't?
Kelsey, why does Kelsey's dad have so much game?
He's just like nice and also good looking, but not intimidatingly good looking.
Yeah.
Like he's just kind of the perfect package. I did not expect that. I think Chock has got a good body too.
You think so?
I think so. Yeah, dude.
Chock is looking good.
Chock is ripped. Chock's a sleeper.
Chock is a sleeper. I didn't think he would look that fit, honestly.
So I got a nice little booty because ladies like the tush.
He's got a nice little booty. Look at Chock talking about his booty over here. Oh my God.
Chock, stop it, Chock.
You're like, no, Chock, no.
I don't want to see him thrusting.
Not like that.
They did good. They
did really good. That was entertaining, and they did a good job working together.
And people are kind of allowed to like leave on or take off the clothing that made them comfortable, because I don't think Mark like got naked at any point. Not like Jonathan, right? Jonathan's out there like
with the boots and the golden Speedo.
Forcing a striptease is weird. Like I feel some kind of way about it, but I guess this was better because they let. Like, Mark kept his clothes. They let people keep their clothes on, but I don't know.
I felt like today was about raising money for something that was near and dear to my heart, but also to a lot of yours.
Joan's too good at, like, public speaking, honestly.
She is very good. She's also, you can tell she's used to having to balance, like, her personal and professional life, and she sees this more as, like, professional.
I get that vibe, too. Yeah, she's like, she's on her job right now, is the way she's coming off.
So she has big stuff happening in the background, and she still has to show up for this, and she knows that.
Yeah.
And then she does, largely. Even when she was explaining to them what was going on and, like, how she was kind of getting pulled between, like, being here and then, like, family stuff and whatever, she was super composed and, like, professional in the way that she communicated it to all of them.
Like, I really missed you a lot since I hadn't seen you in a while, and I need to see more of you.
That's sweet. She really likes Chock, too. Chock's a front runner. But he's gonna leave, and we all know it. Ugh, that kind of sucks.
It does, but he needs to do what he needs to do.
Chock's gonna pull Joan.
Maybe he'll pull Golden Bachelor next time.
Maybe.
What do you think?
Pulling Golden. If Mark ends up getting swept up by Joan over here, then Chock's a good option.
There are a lot of good options from this season. Jonathan would be amazing.
He seems great. I would love to see him.
He would be so good as Golden Bachelor. Holy crap.
Yeah. I mean, who else? There are other good options. Like,
totally.
I don't think Pascal needs it.
I don't think he does. Pascal's fine.
He's just here hanging out, having fun, honestly.
She really opened up to us and, opened up her heart.
Okay, Keith, we saw enough the first time, buddy. You don't have to do it again. Keith is like starting a new career.
I know.
What an amazing person, man. She is just so special.
I like Gary.
He's so nice.
He is nice.
Yeah.
I don't see a ton of connection between the two of them.
I mean, Pascal's like fit and he's got good skin, to use a phrase.
Dude.
What? He does.
I just don't like it when people talk about skin.
I'm very wrinkly as when I'm his age.
How do you feel about...
My skin will be folding over my face and Pascal's going around like this, like
How do you feel about Mark's earlobes?
Oh, I didn't even looked.
Well.
Oh, wait, hold on. Because we can't see Jones.
They're hidden.
They're hidden.
Oh, she has attached earlobes.
Stop talking about their earlobes. Does she?
Yeah.
You get spotted in there. Yeah, you might be right. All right, I'm checking earlobes. Oh, he's got attached earlobes.
Barely. His are like kind of attached.
He's got attached.
Oh,
unattached.
Not unattached.
Attached. There's some super attached earlobe representation this season, Ashley. Back to you. Mark has unattached earlobes. I don't know if they can work based on
Chock
the earlobe.
has really unattached.
Oh.
Jonathan's are like a middle.
They're almost
of the
like
road.
a mid-road. Yeah. You'd have to like flobble it in order to see whether or not...
What's
you
a
can't,
flobble?
Well, you can't tell if it's like... Because like it's close enough to an attached, but it's not discernible. You'd have to see if it's got a little bit of give, you know?
So what you want is to touch his
flobble his earlobe.
Oh, to flobble his
earlobe.
Okay. All right. Okay. We're good.
Okay. You gotta flobble an earlobe.
No, you don't.
I just did. I believe this is a golden opportunity to take a real quick ad break. Have I already used that one?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, God.
She passed with George by her side at 4:45 this morning.
That's awful, dude.
God. Oh, I feel so bad for Chock.
We knew it was coming, but it never makes it any easier. It does not. And then from the high last night of getting the rose and really connecting with Joan.
There's no...
Oh, man.
And there's no way you could stay anyway
awful.
because you'd just be crying every day.
Yeah.
You know,
because
like...
he needs to be able to grieve.
And a lot of them probably lost, like, parents and stuff, yeah. He knew she was sick, but... Oh, because he was doing for cancer, like, and she's got cancer, and he's like, oh, I'm doing this, and...
I know he wants to be here, but he has to be with his family, and he's got a real connection with Joan.
Oh, man. These men are so sweet
They're
to each
showing
other.
up, man.
It's
making me so... It's touching the feels too much, man.
They're being so sweet to each other.
I love how much they're expressing their emotions and supporting each other.
Yeah.
And
it's awesome. They couldn't have... Honestly, they couldn't have picked a better group of guys.
Oh, man.
They did a great job.
My mother passed away this morning.
God.
Yeah.
And Joan was just sitting there worrying about her mom, you know? It almost is like there's like a prolonged grief because you're grieving before it happens, and then it happens, and you're like, I wasn't ready for this, you know?
And I went into another room and I fell asleep. When I came back, I found him gone. So I know the guilt.
Oh, man. This shit. Sorry. This is literally just like a montage of me crying in the show at this point.
Supercut. We should do a supercut of just you crying in all the episodes.
I appreciate you more than you'll ever know.
Honestly, with the success rate of these shows, they could end up reconnecting at some point.
They could.
Because especially if you get out like this, you're not getting like done dirty. You're not being told somebody loves you and then they're picking the other person after the fantasy suite. You know what I mean? Like all that's gone. So it's really just a clean slate and all you have is positive vibes. So
totally.
You know, that would be that's the meta of Golden Bachelorette is whoever leaves early because a loved one is sick or dies gets to be the golden.
Be the next one.
So today I have a really fun date planned with Jordan.
Wow, look at my date for the day.
Let's transition from Chock's mom dying to everybody having fun. That's a tough transition, man.
That is tough.
That's like this show, especially the Goldens, is an emotional roller coaster because they're having fun, they're laughing, they're having amazing, exciting times, and then they're sobbing because somebody's dying or you're remembering lost loved ones.
This is much better.
Here we go.
You're the best little toe wagon there is.
She's showing him around.
So does she know how to skate?
Yeah.
Better than him.
It looks like to me she's skated as like a kid or something.
Mm-hmm. That's like you trying to pick up roller skates again.
Oh my god, it's so much harder than you like imagine that it's gonna be. Holy cow.
Jordan and I are very similar in that regard. Like, our children are the center of our lives.
I didn't even know this guy's name until today. Jordan?
Really?
I forget
You know
Jordan.
Jordan?
Exists. Yeah.
Jordan stands out to me because when he first met her, he was very concerned that he didn't make a good impression.
Oh,
and his
that's
intro was
right.
actually fine.
Yeah, but he was super
so
nervous.
And he
You're
was so in his
right.
head, and his anxiety just kind of like took over. And
you
was
related with that?
convinced she like hated it.
Yeah. But now things are going really well. Oh my
Yeah.
God. The trees get pulled out and a band starts playing.
That's kind of amazing. This date is amazing.
And I can't fight this feeling anymore.
Better with Jordan.
I've forgotten what I started fighting for. Can't fight this feeling anymore. It's a classic. I feel like they're going a little bigger with the musical. They're big names. They're like old school, like I don't know. Do you usually see like performers like that showing up on the shows?
No, I feel like when we see people, it's usually been country music artists, and they've usually been like smaller, like not this kind of like recognizable.
Today, I'm having a one-on-one date with Guy, who I've not spent a ton of time with. So today, we're at my house, and we are cooking.
Wait, no, she's East Coast.
No, she doesn't live here. They're in California.
She's in like DC or some shit, right?
They're at a house.
Yeah, I think she means like where she's currently staying for the show. Perhaps I didn't quite hear. Maybe she's like it's the vibe of like him coming over and us cooking together.
So okay, a little bit, and then we're good.
Does he not zest?
Guy.
Can you do the other half?
You know, my lemon zesting skills need to improve.
Specific skill knowledge. He doesn't cook a lot, probably because he doesn't have time to and because he doesn't have to.
Yeah, totally.
You know, right?
Yeah. I don't begrudge anyone actually,
Yeah.
like, not having cooking knowledge. Even, like, basic stuff, I feel like
Yeah.
it's just whether or not you've done it for yourself before. People were coming for Nick on Love is Blind for not knowing how to boil water. But realistically, he may just have, like, a kettle that he uses to boil water on a regular basis for whatever he needs. Do you know what I mean?
for
Like,
sure.
he may not put a pot on the stove and boil it. I feel like people are really judgmental about stuff like that.
Like
but...
the way you cook food is the way I should cook food.
Yeah.
Or I should, the other way around, whatever.
Or maybe he just doesn't make pasta. Like maybe he has no use for boiling water because
I love
he eats
pasta.
mostly
I eat it all the
salad.
time. What if you're eating potatoes all the time? You're not cooking pasta if you're eating potatoes all the time.
Yeah.
We didn't have open, honest communication. Sometimes I felt like, we spent 30 years trying not to hurt each other's feelings, and
We don't do that.
No, but I think it's important that you don't. Because you can't have, he said it, you can't have like super real relationships with people you're lying to.
Yeah,
Because then they
totally.
don't know you, they know a version of you.
Well, and then it feels like a breach of trust when people finally tell you and you're like, wait a second, you've been feeling this way for weeks or months or years and you never said it to me. That feels bad.
Yeah, for sure.
I didn't know I could actually feel this good again. And I just want to let you know that a lot of that has to do with you.
He's having a really fun experience. He's connecting with the guys really well, but obviously he really likes her and she's a catch. So yeah, of course. Like that's cool hearing how positive a lot of people feel about this environment. It's like a vacation, it's exciting, it's fun. You're hanging out with the boys in a way a lot of these guys haven't since college, if they even went to college. Like there's so much like in this.
He seems like a really nice person.
He seems like a nice dude. He's just like super, like, I don't know.
And that is not lost on me. I know what you're giving up, and
I like the way this season has been going so far because it's not, I don't think we need hyper dramatic. And I think that's like in Love is Blind this season, a lot of it's like really kind of negative and dramatic. And there's still something I'm not like crazy liking about it. It's exciting in a way, but it's kind of an annoying season. There's not a lot of drama, but I'm really enjoying it. I like the way her interactions are ending with the dudes and how things are going and how supportive everybody is of each other. It's really nice to see.
Did you miss me though?
Yes, I do.
Because I never know with you.
Pascal's there for himself, I think.
He's so cool and collected and controlled. So he's kind of he's being standoffish when it's not his time. He's like stepping back.
Oh, we eat yours all the time.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in my pantry right now. Okay.
Tonight, I'm really, really looking forward to spending some time with Joan.
Look at how shiny his head is.
Okay.
I don't get that shiny.
It's because you don't shave
I don't shave
like
it,
that.
shave it.
You would need to shave in a way that would make it that shiny.
I just think
And
he's got a good head. He's got a good dome.
He pulls it off a little better than you would, I think.
Well, no, I've been told I have a good head.
You do have a good
Yeah.
head. I'm not saying you don't. I'm just saying like the shiny bald look is harder to pull off, I think. And he does it expertly.
He's also older, so he has probably more natural balding that then causes, because like it glistens more at the places you've naturally balded versus like a stubbly region.
And he's probably hot as shit right now because he's in like a freaking turtleneck and a suit jacket. And they're in California.
Pascal was sweating in that shot. He was sweaty as actually.
She looks a little greasy too. Not in a mean way. It's
Greasy
just hot.
Joan!
It's hot.
Greasy Joan!
No, we're not going to call her Greasy Joan, okay?
Greasy Joan!
No, we're not doing that.
Why are they eating Cheerios? The like cereal advertisements in this season is ridiculous.
Show are so funny.
So dumb. And the heart-shaped bowl, because it's good for your heart.
The passing of my mother, it was extremely tough. Even though you anticipated it, I just didn't think it would happen this quick.
Oh.
They let him come back?
Yeah, I guess they let him leave for like a week and come back. But
That's
he had already had
fair.
a rose, so it's not like he wouldn't have been doing anything.
Yeah, okay. Damn.
Wow.
Good for him.
Okay. Well, I don't know.
I mean,
Chock's the front runner now.
You can have a funeral pretty quick. In fact, you usually do because...
But it's just like a lot of like the
emotional.
paperwork. But perhaps some of that takes time too.
He's got family potentially.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, like he can sign some papers while he's here. As long as the producers work with him, like he can do a lot of shit from the distance.
I'm crazy about you.
Well, Chock's back. Chock was gone, and then Chock's back.
I feel like Chock is like really high up there for her.
Oh, and he already had a rose when he left? Is that what you said?
Yes.
So then you're right that...
Because he got it from the group date.
Yeah.
So he was already good to go.
He got it from the dancing? I didn't even see that. Was I not paying attention? Were we talking?
No.
I'm tired this morning. I got woken up at 4:43 because my dog had crazy diarrhea. So there you go. That's a little fun one for everybody. Now he's sleeping on me because he's a big baby.
He loves you so much.
Oh, he's a big baby.
He's obsessed with you.
8 men are a little unsure of their fate.
Gary's on the block, I'd say, this week.
Who's Gary? Is that Gary?
That was Gary.
Oh, okay. He's the only one I didn't know his name.
I feel like Mark and Keith are probably both safe.
I think so too.
So who else we got? Gil.
Gil's going tonight.
I think Gil's leaving this week. We didn't even see him at all.
They are really trying to edit that man out.
Charles, that guy might go. Charles could go.
Charles could go.
You got to cut 4 people. This is gonna be a hard week.
It's a lot of people to ask Joan to cut. Jonathan's got to stay, right?
Yeah, Jonathan's up there. So Jonathan, Keith, Mark. Who else?
I don't know.
Maybe Charles if he's lucky, but there's not much of a love connection there.
There really isn't.
And I'm trying to think who else has she been like close to.
I'm sorry that this is part of this journey. Pascal.
Kind of shocking. I just don't see this as a relationship.
Yeah.
So it's hard that she keeps keeping him.
I think Charles L's going home.
Jonathan.
I think Mark next because he was last time.
Mark.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You called that.
I mean, when they said Pascal first, it's just like dominoes at that point. I think Keith next.
Keith.
All right. You called that shit. Joan. Predictable Joan.
Predictable. Keep it more interesting, Joan.
No, don't. Pick the people you like, Joan.
Yeah. All right, there you go.
Oh, Charles.
Charles is my favorite person that's leaving today.
Me too.
Gary was nice, but...
I like Gary too, yeah.
I really am sorry. But if you did not receive a rose...
Pack your knives and go.
It's just not Joan, it's everybody and everything here.
All the men are telling each other they love each other too.
I know.
It's so sweet.
And he says, I'm going to miss everybody.
These
it's not
men.
just Joan. They connected so well.
Yeah, the men really
That was
are
my
doing
biggest
great.
fear of the season,
Me
and they're
too.
fucking killing it.
Yeah, it was a whole bunch of older men getting crotchety at each other, and instead they're being really kind to each other. They have such a good camaraderie. I don't know if I've ever seen a season with this good of camaraderie.
With the men in particular.
Yeah,
but
no
just
drama.
in general.
Like, none. People aren't even mad that, like, Pascal doesn't know how to do his own laundry, you know?
They're just like, he's a little annoying, but
They're
like, we
I'll
love
help
the guy.
You. I'll help you figure it out. Here you go.
I think I have achieved way more than I expected.
I want Charles to be happy.
Me too.
And if he's looking for a partner, I hope that's what he finds.
Charles's happiness is very important to me.
I want to know how Charles is doing.
Me too.
Lots of good friends. Yeah. Mark!
Oh my god, dude!
Dude, these guys showing up for each other is so so sweet.
That is so sweet. I love these men.
I'm practically choking up. These guys are so kind to each other.
That's so cute. Charles was like, it's a different form of love, but I still found it. Like, damn straight, Charles. Damn straight.
Get away from it. Go. She's not okay. She's not okay right now.
Well, I like Pascal standing up for her.
He's like, get the camera out of her face. Pascal knows how to deal with paparazzi.
He does. He's like, get away.
Oh, I like that about Pascal. That's so sweet. There we go. That's Golden Bachelorette episode 3 and 4.
I really, really like this season.
Holy shit. It's
Joan
really
is
enjoyable.
such a good Bachelorette.
Yeah.
She was such a good casting call.
Such an excellent choice.
So smart.
I love watching Joan.
These men, for the most part, they picked men that are like wonderful.
And the only one that's a real rotten egg, they edited it out mostly. So otherwise, watching those guys like say like I love you and stuff and like hugging and supporting each other.
It's so
They
sweet.
come out for the dudes when they're doing their interviews. Pascal being like, don't she give her space? She's upset right now. There's so many men actually really showing up on this season that I think some of the younger Bachelor men can take notes from.
Honestly,
these old dudes are showing up.
I think this show works a lot better in
Golden.
an older age bracket.
Just
I
in
think
general.
It also, I think, could work well, like, maybe older 30s, but they're always trying to cast people that are in, like, their 20s, and it just doesn't make any sense.
They're, like, fresh out of... I think, actually, I was thinking this while we were watching it. I'm wondering, and maybe this is... maybe it's a little ageist or judgmental, but I actually think there's a reasoning here. And I think it's that young people, they're used to being in these cliquey-type environments, like
high school, college.
Yeah, middle school, high school, college.
Yeah.
Like, early work environments.
Yeah.
A lot more cliquey and, like, insular.
Right.
And then you end up having these ridiculous like factions and stuff that occur, and people picking sides and like picking fights and shit with each other, and it happens every single time because you're talking like 20 somethings. You get to these old dudes, they've been around, they've seen shit, they know that that's all dumb for the most part, and they were, I think, more able to cast people. You have longer track records of their existence, so you have more potential for weird shit to come up, and you can not choose those men. So between casting decisions and just their age, I think like or ease of casting, I think it just like smoothed a lot of things over in a way that is just harder to do with a younger demographic.
It's like nice to watch people that like, yeah, it's sad and I cry through half the episodes, but like it's nice to watch people that have like real life experience, and the stuff that they're talking about and going through and getting upset about is big stuff. It's not the like little nitpicky, you know, the tiny stuff.
Some of the stuff that the regular younger contestants deal with is still big. Like Jen talking about like bad father figures, like all that shit.
Absolutely.
That's a different kind. I think what you're talking about is like the Devin v. Sam shit. I'm like, these guys are both assholes and they're bickering at each other and being immature. Like, I don't want to watch that.
Yeah.
I want to watch this shit.
Yeah, me too.
Honestly, this is
Me too.
enjoyable. This is, I think, I agree with you. It's like the core of what the show wants to be.
Yes.
Is the golden version of it.
Right. Absolutely. I don't know who she's going to pick because Mark was my front runner, but the more the seasons go on, the less he's featured. So the more I feel like that's not the choice that she makes.
He's at least getting a one-on-one. We don't know beyond that.
Right.
A lot of the guys we've already seen are getting home dates. Well, I like everyone that's left.
Me too.
So for me, it's like hard for me to say go this direction if they're all great.
You end up getting to see basically like and make a call based on who do you think she's most compatible with or who she could merge her lifestyle with rather than like who sucks.
Yeah. Because usually it's everybody sucks but this one person currently, so hopefully they get together.
Right.
Like,
and then after the show comes out, you realize that one person you thought didn't suck is actually the one that sucks worse than everyone else. And it makes you reevaluate all the people you thought did suck because of the suckitude of the person you thought didn't suck.
But those other people objectively sucked on screen, so then you're like, I don't know.
Everyone sucks.
You remember that shit?
Yeah.
That was such a bad season.
Everyone seems great.
Bachelorette Joan, everyone's great. The end.
Thank you for watching with us. We will be a little bit more timely, I think, moving forward on Bachelorette because we have a little bit more wiggle room with some of the other shows we're watching. So you can expect those to come out a little bit more frequently. And thank you for your patience on these two. Please like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to keep watching TV with us. That's primarily what we do, although we have been talking about branching out a bit from that structure, so new things to come as well.
Mayhaps.
Yeah, and thanks. We'll see you next time.
Thank you. Bye.
And then I got it knocked, and I started going,
ridiculous.
Oh, that was a tearjerker.
Hey, we're gonna go on a cruise this summer. You should come with us.